All right, hello Internet. Have an interesting project here. Working on our Sportsman Ace. It's a 2014, and the kiddo stuck a corn stalk through the CV joint. So I looked around quite a bit, and I couldn't find any videos on YouTube on this particular model. There was a lot of videos on older ones, but none on a something as new as the 2014. So I thought I'd kind of go through the procedure real quick. So obviously, get your tire pulled off, and then there's a castle nut, cotter pin castle nut. Pull this guy out. Once you get him out, you're still going to have the shaft for the CV sticking through here. So this was the interesting part. Nothing magical, but just something different. Had to pull this. Had to pull the top of the strut out of here. So you got a couple of you got a bolt. You hold it with one wrench. You loosen up the nut with the other. Drop that guy down. Of course, you want to take your brake caliper off and get him hanging safely off to the side. I went ahead and took the tie rod end off, and I even took the nut off of the bottom so that I could flex this guy out a little bit more. So I was able to flex him out enough to get the half shaft pulled out of there, and it just slipped right out, no problems at all. So that was pretty easy. Now, to the point of putting the took the old boot off, no problem at all. Just cut the two clamps on the other end of that. A couple of whacks with a hammer and block of wood on the top side of the actual CV joint. Pulled it off, and now getting ready to put the new one back on there. This is a all balls kit 195006 for the front inside of the Sportsman Ace. So. Or apparently it's a 1940-27 in there. Hopefully it fits. So getting ready to put it back on. Definitely want to put my clamp on first, and then go ahead and get my boot on, and put the CV joint back on. Get her all tapped together. You can see the spring clips that Polaris likes to use here on these guys. Look like nice little clips there. So of course you can also see the groove on the top side here where the that CV boot will snap into that groove once I get her back on there. So that's the plan. Should be pretty easy. Thought I'd go over that real quick because, like I said, I had not seen any videos on how to take apart that front strut assembly. Not too difficult, but you do need to do a few things to get her in line. So you can see we've got the Ace kind of apart here. We've done a little bit of work. I put a whole new fuse panel in there. Put a bunch of switches on the right-hand side there. Those are going to do the whips, the front and rear light bar. He's even got some accent LEDs. You see that red down in there? Some red LEDs there too. So we've got a pretty good amount of stuff. We also put the winch switch in there as well too. So she's looking good. We're getting her all put back together, but just thought I'd go over that CV boot replacement. So comment if you'd like. I'm no ATV mechanic, but I was able to get this guy pulled apart and put $12 into a CV boot instead of a couple $100 at the shop. So anyway, have a good day.